Today, we're going to be looking at leadership and how it can be used during your high school years. This is a great lesson for anyone entering high school, specifically in ninth grade, as it's a perfect time to think about the things that you're interested in, the activities you can get involved with, the courses that you can excel in, and how it all can benefit you as you transition to university or any other post secondary plans. We're going to spend some time talking about what exactly is leadership. We're going to do some exploring of the different leadership strategies that could be used and why does it matter. So defining leadership is a bit of a moving target. A lot of people will say that they don't have a specific definition of it, but they know it when they see it. Good leadership means you're good at making a decision, you're utilizing your expertise to either move a project or to help a group of people working on a project to move it forward. Many times, leaders can look at the small details and build it out towards a larger vision. But the forefront of leadership, and one of the most important components of it, is integrity. Do people trust you when they are working with you or interacting with you? It's a truly key component of leadership. High school is a great context to dive into things that you enjoy. So it's also an opportunity to overcome things that you don't always enjoy. Do you have the ability to keep a positive attitude about it? People are always looking at you and seeing how you're responding to certain situations. That could be on the field, that could be in the classroom, that could be in a certain type of club. And what's great about all of this is we hope as you go through high school and you are able to develop your leadership skills is that it's enjoyable. Because trust us, all this matters as you move through life. Now, we've broken down leadership and its importance into quite a few different elements here. Some of them are quite obvious. Leadership is great at skill development, at teamwork, at resume building. It's important for the rest of your life, and it is. There's a few things worth mentioning now. Things like self-awareness. Good leaders look at themselves and how they interact with others and how they move through certain situations. They reflect and they change it for the next opportunity. Good leaders notice how they influence and they impact others around them. We're always trying to be a positive influence. It's making sure that you're using the right tone at the right situation. One of the biggest things that probably doesn't get mentioned a lot, especially when you're starting out in high school, is networking. If you looked around the room right now, could you have a conversation with every person in this room? Now, your best friend could be right next to you. That would be fairly easy. But there might be people you're meeting for the first time. It's an entire network that you can utilize when thinking about things that you need to get done. Maybe it's looking for your next opportunity. There's an old adage, you should never burn down bridges. You never know when certain people that you work with or that you know can help you out in a difficult situation or advance you further into life. Emotional intelligence is the ability to read the room. Do you have the appropriate emotional responses and skills to match what is needed? And we do hope that you all become very successful and that you enjoy your life to its fullest and the fruits of your labor. Once those needs are met, we do hope that you will give back, and that's through civic engagement. Again, all these are great things to explore and think about when we're thinking about leadership. There'll be a lot of people in your life that are willing to give you different leadership strategies. I think these four are really great to kind of encompass the whole idea beyond leadership, especially in the high school context. The first and most important one is leading by example. Believe it or not, you're always being watched. People observe to see how they react in different situations. And that leads to encourage participation. When we're doing activities, it's easy to get involved and participate and have a great attitude about it. But what happens when you're in a situation that maybe you're not as comfortable or it's not as enjoyable? How do you respond then? I can imagine that you've been in this many, many times, and you've always appreciated people who put their best foot forward. It's definitely a cornerstone or key part of being a good leader. Also, can you create a shared vision Again, works really well when you're part of an activity that you really enjoy. Do you offer up suggestions? Are you able to do the work that's needed to make the group feel empowered and move towards that common goal? One of the most difficult parts about leadership and learning about leadership is seeking feedback. We always love positive feedback, it propels us forward. But are you willing to take criticism in a constructive way? Are you able to take the mistakes that you've done and improve it in the future? No one is perfect. We are always doing our best, and we're always trying to learn how can we do it better in the future. So seeking that feedback is a key component of a great leadership strategy. Now, there's a great time to pause and start listing out on a board or a sheet of paper of all the different leadership possibilities. Now, these are three very common ways that you can get involved with something that you enjoy and take an active role. And as a ninth grader, you're probably going to join a team or a club or some sort of volunteering opportunity, and you might just be getting introduced to it, and you're playing kind of a lower role to it. However, with more experience, we hope that you take a more active leadership role. Maybe you're a team captain. Maybe you develop your own volunteering opportunities and encourage others to join you in that endeavor. Brainstorm all the different possibilities that are available in your community. Use your imagination. Maybe some of these clubs have been around for years. Maybe they're just getting started, or maybe they need to be created. Once you've made this list, see if there's a way that you can map out how you might get involved starting as early as today in ninth grade and what you might hope to accomplish with that particular activity over the next 4 years. As with anything, the first steps is identifying things that you like and things that you're good at. Those are always a great place to begin thinking about your leadership journey. Now, we all know that we are not going to get along with everyone as well as you get along with maybe family members or with your best friend. But there's no excuse why we can't always have a positive relationship with the people around us. Goal setting is an important step in developing your leadership capabilities. Writing them out, making them manageable, setting up a plan. It's also a great way to include others when you're developing a strategy and how you might lead them to an achievable goal for the group. And no matter what, stay positive. It's not always bright and sunshine outside. Getting through those roadblocks builds that resiliency. It's something that we all love about a person's character when we see it. There's definitely long-term benefits of leadership. Mentoring and helping others, leading by example is definitely a key benefit. At some point, you are going to have to write a resume, whether you're going to college or directly into the workforce. People are going to know what you've been doing. They're going to want to hear about the people who you've impacted. Maybe that's through letters of recommendations. And ultimately, when we think about all the successful people that we see in our lives, you can pinpoint their leadership capabilities, skills, and styles. When you start to think about these things in your life, they create a momentum that leads you down that path of success. So, what can you do right now, and what are possible next steps? Well, I hope you take some time to think about what you've been listening to and what you've seen today. Are there any opportunities? Are there any pleasant surprises for you that you might be able to take to the next level? I hope you review this and say, hey, how can I get a little bit better today for the next week, the next month, the next year to help me on my leadership journey? I can't encourage you enough. Please get involved. Try something new. Take a chance. But then also, as you do that activity, try to figure out how you could take a more active role. Become the decision maker. Become that positive voice. Become that leader. And like anything, write it down, make a plan, act on it, and keep moving forward. Thanks for taking some time to talk about leadership and the opportunities in high school. We want to wish you all the best. This is all within your capability, and we're wishing you tremendous success in building out that 4-year plan and developing that leadership style that you're proud of. Take care.